Hey, you gonna be cool? No. We're not talking about that right now. Hey, this is Megan
And Sue in the restricted section.
and today we're gonna do the Beer and Book Tag by Jessica Alves.
Yes, at Ex Libris. I believe she created this tag. I'm not 100% sure because I'm pretty sure her video is in Portuguese, which is
And
a
we
language
don't-
that we don't speak.
We don't.
But we thought that this tag would be right up our alley since we like to drink beer on this channel.
And with the help of Google Translate, we were able to figure out what the categories were.
Hopefully they're accurate. But we'll link Jessica's video down below if you want to check that out. Today we're drinking Dale's Pale Ale,
Which is fun to say.
very fun, by Osaka Blues Brewery.
In Colorado.
Yes.
So the first category is American Lager Beer, which is a bestseller that you have no interest or desire to read. For this category, I chose either Eat, Pray, Love by Elizabeth Gilbert or anything by Nicholas Sparks. It's not really my type of book, so.
And I chose 50 Shades of Grey. I have not read that, and the only thing that would make me want to read 50 Shades of Grey would be so that I had evidence, like first-hand evidence to show why I
That it's
dislike
horrible.
it. Because I don't understand.
Well, I read that book, and I can tell you that it is, in fact, fucking horrible.
Yeah,
So-
I've read excerpts, and the writing is bad. I've heard the sex isn't even great.
No.
Like, there's better erotica out there. Or you could just stop kidding yourself and watch some porn.
Or you could just have sex.
Or just have real sex.
Right.
That's also an option.
That's
Not
my
for me.
go-to, so.
I don't get it. If you're watching this and you love 50 Shades of Grey, please let me know why. Because
Please
I just don't
comment.
understand.
Yes. Enlighten us, please.
Yes. Okay, the next category is India Pale Ale, and this is a famous book or bestseller that you like. And for mine, I chose Bridget Jones's Diary by Helen Fielding. This book is just really funny and fun, and it's about a woman in her, what is she, in her early 30s, I think?
I think so, yeah.
Trying to navigate her life and,
Yeah.
you know, her love life especially. And yeah, it's just a funny, relatable book, I think, for someone who's close to that age. Someone who's like 19 might not understand it.
But someone who, you know, as an adult trying to figure all that stuff out
Right.
will probably relate.
Yeah.
For that category, I chose The Book Thief by Marcus Zuzak. This is set during the time of World War II. It's about a little girl who steals books, and her family also hides a Jewish man in their home from the Nazis. Yeah, I really, really enjoyed it. It was sad and beautiful and kind of inspiring, and I liked it.
I need to get around to reading that because that's actually my copy and I haven't read it yet.
Mine's on my Kindle. But yeah, I thought it was really good. So I can get behind that one. The third category is Bohemian Pills. And for that it says an easy and enjoyable book to read. So for that category I chose Bossy Pants by Tina Fey because that book was it was fun to read throughout. I giggled aloud in public while I was reading that book. And I just had a really good time reading it. And it's basically her memoir of her experiences growing up and getting into, you know, the industry that she's in. And she's very smart and clever, and I really enjoy everything that she does. So I really liked her book.
You remind me of Tina Fey.
Stop.
I'll be your Amy Poehler.
Yes, I'm totally cool with that.
Okay, and for this, I chose the book Stardust by Neil Gaiman. This is a book about a young man who goes in search of a fallen star and just his adventures, and there's a love story and all kinds of magical fairy tale things, and it's just a lot of fun to read.
Okay, I haven't read it, but maybe I'll check it out.
You should.
I should.
The next category is Weiss/Weissenbier, and that is a classic book. And I chose to pick a classic that's maybe a little lesser known, and that is Native Son by Richard Wright. This book is about a young black man and that's set in the I believe, 1930s. And it's about a young black man who accidentally kills a white woman, and it's just about sort of what happens to him after that. And even though he actually did commit this crime, it is really commentary on how black men were treated at that time. I mean, they're treated no better than animals for the most part. So it's a really good read, and I would recommend it.
For that category, I chose 1984 by George Orwell because this is my favorite book, and I think it's kind of the quintessential dystopian novel. I know that there were a lot that came before this and a lot that came after this, but I feel like this is a really classic dystopian novel, and I really love it. And I felt like the ending was actually realistic, because one of my pet peeves is when you're reading a book and the book is kind of bleak, or it's kind of hopeless and bleak throughout the book, and then you get to the ending and it's like this positive, uplifting, like
everything's gonna be okay.
Came out of nowhere. Like, what happened? Like, did an angel come through and shit a happy ending into this book? Like, I don't know. And so I felt like the ending in 1984 was very apropos for the rest of the book. So I really liked that. The next category is an amber or red ale. So this is an easy read to please everyone, which is hard to
A bit of a difficult
find.
category. I think that's a little impossible to please everyone.
I definitely think so. I went with The Princess Bride by William Goldman because I felt like that has a little bit of something for everybody, and it's funny, and it is easy to get through, and I really enjoyed it. There's adventure, there's romance, there's...
I have not read that book. I've seen the movie, which is surprising.
Yeah, that is surprising.
There's so many movies that I have not seen.
She hasn't seen The Goonies.
I hadn't heard of the Goonies until I was like 19 years old. And I was like, what the hell is that?
Madness.
And I almost made someone's head explode, I think, when I said that.
Yeah, I
was
think
like,
so.
Never heard of it. And for this category, I chose The Curious Incident of the Dog in the Nighttime by Mark Haddon. This book is about a boy who has autism, and he finds his neighbor's dog murdered. And he sets on this mission to find out who killed his neighbor's dog. But along the way, he finds out a lot more important things about himself and his own family. And it was just really interesting to read because it's told from his perspective. And so since he kind of misses out on social cues and things like that, you kind of know what he's going to discover before he does. And it's just really cool to see him figure it out. But I think that I don't think that I've heard anyone really say anything bad about this book. I think that everyone would enjoy it.
I think it sounds like a really interesting concept.
The next category is sour beer. Do you like sour beers?
I'm a little bit torn on it. Like, I don't like a lot of it.
Yeah, I'm the same way. Like, I would drink like maybe one and then not
And then I'm
another
good.
one.
Yeah.
But this is a book that few people liked when it was released, but you loved it. And I kind of cheated on this one because I Googled books that were not well received when they were released because I didn't really know what was and what wasn't. And apparently Brave New World by Aldous Huxley was not well received when it was first released, and I really enjoyed that book. It's also a classic dystopian novel. So this is about a government that sort of tries to appease its people so that they don't rebel, and then the protagonist feels like he wants to rebel.
Wants to break out of it, yeah.
So that's the gist of it. But yeah, I really liked that book when I read it, so
Yeah.
I don't know why people didn't when it was released.
So I chose the Lord of the Rings trilogy for this category because apparently this was not critically well received, and even Tolkien's friends were not big fans of this work.
Jerks.
Assholes. But the thing about Tolkien is he is very, he's very verbose, and he goes into, tremendous detail about things, but he was a linguist, and
Right.
he's brilliant, so I feel like that's just kind of his way. And I love Tolkien. I love Lord of the Rings.
Me too.
I think it's awesome. So it's one of my favorite book series, and I love the movies that they made. So
That's another movie. I've seen the first movie. Did not see the rest of them.
the first one's my least favorite.
Yeah, the first one, I watched it when I was in middle school probably, and I thought it was super fucking boring.
Yeah.
So I just didn't bother watching the rest of them.
They're
But
better.
I read the books and loved them, but I was just like, these movies suck.
Movies, dumb. Yeah, the first movie is probably my least favorite one, but the next
I
two
should
are-
probably give them a shot.
The next category is Russian Imperial Stout, which is a dense or unclear book. And for this one, I chose, and the title of this book is pretty indicative of the way the rest of the book is. It's called Wizard, The Life and Times of Nikola Tesla, Biography of a Genius, by Mark Seifer. And I feel about this book the way I feel about Russian Imperial Stouts, which is that I like it, but it's heavy, and I want to do it in increments. So
Right.
I'm reading this book currently, but I read a little bit at a time, and then read like a fictional novel, and then go back to it for a chapter, and then read like a fictional novel.
Right.
So, because I love Nikola Tesla, he's my favorite scientist. I think he was fantastic, and so really anything about him I'm gonna love.
Yeah.
But yeah, this book it's really good. It's just heavy on the details, and it's very, very dense.
I chose Heart of Darkness by Joseph Conrad for this category. This book is extremely short, but it is quite dense, and it was a bit of a struggle to get through. For me, if it had been any longer, I probably would not have finished it.
That's fair.
But, and I did talk about this book in my January wrap-up, and yeah, I didn't care for it too much.
From what you said
So-
about it, I can understand that.
Yeah, wasn't my favorite.
Yeah.
The next category is Saison/Farmhouse Ale, and this is a cozy book that reminds you of good times. And for this, I chose Bruce Cobble's Book of Monsters. It has a lot of different authors in it, I believe. It's a collection of short horror stories, but it's a middle grade novel, so it's horror stories for children.
Right.
And this, to me, is a cozy book about good times. Because myself and my BFF, Whitney, when we were kids, loved this book, and we decided to go through it and rewrite all of the endings of the stories. Because it's a kid's book, so they all end all hunky-dory, like
Right.
everything's fine. We thought that was lame, so we went back and rewrote all the endings where, everyone died. It was just
Blood and guts for
horrible,
everyone.
yeah, like just horrible endings. And so, it reminds me of good times
Yay.
with my BFF.
Happy times
So,
with Whitney.
Yeah.
That's pretty awesome. I chose Harry Potter, which is really no surprise. I love this series, and I did not read it as a child, but I did really get into it as an adult, and it just, makes me think back to my days at Hogwarts and, learning spells and shit. And I kind of fell in love with the lore and the world, and I think everyone kind of wished they would have got a letter to Hogwarts, and
Definitely.
but it just makes
I was
me
in my
feel-
20s when I read it, and I still wish I...
Right? I'm still waiting. Like, I feel like maybe it just
It's
got
not too
lost.
late.
It's not too late. I don't know. Maybe my owl has bad directions. I don't know. But no, I really love this series. All right. So the next category is fruit lambic. Do you like fruit lambic?
Not my favorite.
It makes my tummy hurt
Yeah.
because it's
too
got the
sweet.
sweet carbonation thing going
Yeah.
on. That's my favorite thing. But
It's
anyway,
another one where it was like you drink one and you're done.
yeah, just like a little bit, and then I'm good.
Yeah.
Anyway, this is a romantic book. And for this one, I chose a book that's on my to-read list. I haven't read it yet because I don't read any romance novels, and any of the books I read that would have a romance in it is typically a tragic one. So I chose Modern Romance by Aziz Ansari because it looks like it's pretty funny. It just talks about, I think he's super funny, and then it talks about, dating and romance in the modern world, which I had a brief experience with online dating and stuff, and it is completely absurd. So I figured that would be fun to read.
For this category, I chose Where the Heart Is by Billy Letts. I'm a sucker for this book and the movie. I love the movie too. It is about a young woman who gets abandoned by her boyfriend at Walmart, and she's extremely pregnant at the time, and she ends up living in the Walmart and has her baby in the Walmart. And then the people of this town are just really loving and welcoming. She kind of becomes famous because she had a baby at Walmart. But there's also a really sweet love story in there, and it's it's just a great book about sort of friends and how your family isn't necessarily your blood. And it's just a really nice story. It makes you feel
Heartwarming.
warm and fuzzy in your chest.
All the good feels.
And the next and last category is American Barley Wine. And this is a book that has a little bit of everything. And that's another tough category. But I chose The Count of Monte Cristo by Alexander Dumas. This is another classic.
You do love
I have a
classics.
theme here,
Yes.
apparently. But it's about a man who is betrayed and wrongly accused of a crime and is sent to prison. And then when he escapes prison and he poses as the Count of Monte Cristo to exact his revenge on all of his wrongdoers. And it just has a little bit of action, romance, betrayal, heartbreak. Like, I don't know. I just thought there was a little bit for everyone, and it's one of my favorite books of all time. I
Yeah.
love The Count of Monte Cristo. So
I would
recommend it to
surprised.
everyone.
Yeah, I would have been surprised if you hadn't talked about that book for one of these categories, because I know you love
Yeah, I love The Count of Monte Cristo.
it. Nice. I chose, for this category, I chose Game of Thrones, and initially I did it to be a little facetious, because that series is, I mean, it's pretty, like, George R. R. Martin kills all of your hopes and dreams. But then I got to thinking about it, and it does have, adventure and romance, and there's a lot of political stuff and strategy stuff, and then there's, exciting battles, and a little bit of something for everybody.
Yeah.
As long as you're okay with getting your heart crushed.
Right.
Which, it's fine. And as long as you're okay with waiting like a million years for the next book to come out. And I'm pretty convinced that he's just going to die before he finishes that series. And then I'm just going to be pissed about it.
Okay, so this is a tag video. So
It is.
we're going to tag a couple people. We don't know a whole lot of people on YouTube yet. But we're going to tag the ladies at the Drunken Library.
So you feel it's appropriate.
Yeah, very appropriate.
So cheers,
for,
ladies.
For you.
We're also going to tag Natalie Westgate because you commented on one of our videos and expressed the sentiment that there's nothing better than books and booze. And we agree. So
we are going to tag both of you guys.
Yes.
Or all three of you guys.
technically, yeah.
And if you're watching this and you want to do the tag and we didn't tag you, then just do it.
Do it.
Nobody tagged us.
We just did
it
it
anyway.
We just did it. Go for it.
Okay, so let's talk about this Dale's Pale Ale that we've been drinking, which say that 5 times fast.
I'd rather not. Especially not after drinking a few of these.
This is one of my favorite beers. I buy this
Really?
all the time. Yeah, I drink this quite often. And it's a pretty tasty pale ale. And pale ales are kind of, you either love them or you hate them, I think. But
Yeah, I'm kind of so I feel about pale ales the way that you feel about brown ales.
I would recommend this one for sure. I drink it on the regular.
And I like it, and I'm not a huge pale ale fan. I'm usually a fan of darker beers, but I do enjoy this one. It's pretty good. Well, that was our beer and book tag, so thank you for watching. And if you like what you see, please subscribe.
And we'll put some links down below where you can find us elsewhere on the internet. And we'll see you guys later.
Bye.